Good morning. It is a new day and I'm excited because we are finally installing mob back windows here. In my last video, I got the windows. I did not, however, get the trim lock or the urethane that you're supposed to use to adhere them. So I reached out to Van Windows Direct and I told them what happened, that I, silly me, forgot to order that stuff, and I asked if I could just pay for it separately and order it now, and they were like, it's no problem, send me your address, I'll get it sent out to you today. And they did, and it came a couple of days ago. So we have a trim lock for both of the windows, and I have a tube of P2G premium primerless to glass Sikaflex urethane, and that is and primer and stuff, and that's what we are going to use to adhere the windows. So I'm hoping that these windows will be slightly easier to install than the side windows just because they are smaller, but I'm just going to start one at a time. Not get crazy, just do one window at a time and get these windows in. This is the only sunny day we have. I think every other day, like it's been raining non-stop this week and last week. That's Vegas. Okay, actually, I lied. So it looks like today, high 62, sunny. Tomorrow's also sunny too. So if I don't finish today, well, actually, I won't get to finish tomorrow because I won't have Debbie, but we won't get rain again until possibly Saturday. So that's good. And today is Tuesday. So we have some clear days. Debbie will be here today and Thursday, which means I have 2 work days. And then I fly out to Vegas on Friday for a few days. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's mission. This is probably like the last thing that I've been needing to do on the build. So this is like probably essentially the last build video. There are other things that I'm gonna do, like I have a spare tire rack that I need to install. I have a hitch that I need to install. To me, those are more like modifications. They're not actually like a part of the build. I guess this technically is like a modification. It's just a lot more work, I think. So we're gonna get these windows installed and hopefully I get it done before 4. I have a few hours. Let's get her done. If it was shattered, Van Windows Direct, I'd be like, please never contact us again. Ooh, that looks so good. Look how beautiful this window is when it opens. Wow. So nice. Driver's side door. Oh, it's gonna look so nice. Really didn't want to use a ladder. We have like a step up ladder thing, but I can't find it. I think Isaac might have taken it. I feel like this is a little dangerous. I don't have an option. So hopefully I don't hurt myself. We'll see. couple of things. I don't know if you caught this, but the window I opened and I said we're gonna start with was the driver's side window, and then I started drilling the hole for the passenger window. Then I got so hungry for a second. Well, I guess I wasn't like super hungry. I just kind of got a little nauseous, and I was like, you know what? It's actually past lunchtime. I need to eat. So I stopped, and while I was eating, I realized I was working on the wrong door. So we are actually gonna work on the driver's door. But the bits that we have are so old and worn out. It's like not wanting to cut through the metal, unfortunately. So I might have to go to the store and get a better one, because I'm not trying to spend an hour poking holes in these windows. Like, it's not worth it to me. So I'm gonna see if we got a sharper bit, and if we don't, I'm gonna have to go to Jerry's department store, or Jerry's hardware store, unfortunately. Attention. Shoebop pop romantic. All right, y'all. This is it. Here we go. Sandy. I protect the family. No, 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 no. Oh my God.
Lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kinda hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's all about. lights go out, everything is clear. When the lights go out, I could finally see. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror, when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Hope, try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we
Okay, so the windows are in. Now, I did the first one and I had some struggles. It started out great. It was going so nice and easy and I was happy. So the thread lock that they sent with, it was actually like way thicker than what I'm normally used to working with. And at first I was like, heck yeah, because it's so hard to get that trim on the metal because on my particular van, and I don't know if it's all ProMasters or if it's just newer ones because I do have a 2025 and I've never had a ProMaster before. But when I cut the cutout for the windows, it's like two pieces of metal, but they're not like connected flat. They all have like a gap. So I'm trying to get this tiny little trim lock gasket on this gap and it just didn't fit, and it gave me issues on the other windows. And now this one is bigger, so it fits over the two, but because it's bigger, it took up more space. So because these windows open, they have like the inside is like this plastic piece and it has to fit inside the hole. And it was like the trim lock was just too thick and it was giving me problems and I was really having to shove it in there. I had to take the trim off and reapply it a couple of times. In the end, I got it and it worked, and I did use some clamps to kind of hold the window onto the adhesive while it was still drying. And I think it's good now. I did the same thing on the other side, but before I did the trim on the other side, I dry fitted the window. Before I even did the trim on the other side, I dry fitted the window and it fit. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the trim. I'm gonna try and do it cleaner as much as I can. And I did the trim and I dry fitted it again, and it did give me a little bit of problems. So I did have to, not as bad, but I had to take it off again and redo it. And in the end, I did get it in there. But those back windows were no joke. I thought it was gonna be so much easier if I got windows that didn't open, and I think it would have been a lot easier. But I really wanted windows that open, and how would I know that anyways? And then the stupid urethane, I've only ever had one tube of urethane, and it was the first time I installed the window. That like, or no, maybe it was the second one. Anyways, there was one time where like the urethane was actually coming out like easy and fast, and every other time I like just destroy my hands. By the time I'm done, they're aching, they're like seizing up, they're cramping, because like you're having to squeeze that stupid caulk gun so hard and it barely worked. And so I was stressing because I was like, I don't want this urethane adhesive to start setting before I even touch it with a window. And so I'm really curious to see if these windows leak, because I had a hard time with these windows. And one of the driver's side window, the big one, it did leak and we sealed it from the inside and it doesn't leak anymore. And then there's like one spot on the other window that leaks that I have a temporary solution now. But I want to do the same thing on that window. Someone had mentioned that if I do that, the water's gonna get inside the van. But the way I do the trim, I just want you to know if you're worried about that. The way that I do the trim is if you seal it from the inside, no water's going in the van. It would just be going on the outside of the van, if that makes sense. It's not going inside the van. Yeah, and the AC don't leak anymore. So, problem, solution, problem, solution. Hopefully we don't have another problem. If we do, we will find a solution, because there's a solution to every problem if you work hard enough to find one. Oh man, today was rough. But we did it. We got the job done. I'm so sorry Halo is being crazy. You guys know the drill. She is the main character and she's mad that I'm not acting like it. Oh man, my hands hurt. My back hurts. I'm ready for a nap. But the windows look great. I'm going to take the clamps. I'm going to shut the doors, take the clamps off, and we'll check out the finished product. Let's do it. So when I took those clamps off that, it kind of like popped out a little bit. So I'm gonna leave those clamps on there. This one I think is set pretty good. That one I'm gonna leave the clamps on there a little bit longer, and I'm gonna leave the tape on until tomorrow. So essentially we have our windows. As you can see here, I messed up and I got the primer a little bit out here where you could see it, and I didn't think about it. So if you have any ideas on how to get that off, let me know. It is what it is. I'm not perfect. Once I take the tape off and stuff, I'm gonna go over it with a degreaser and wash them really well. Probably, I should wash the van too. That's it. We have windows, officially. So as always, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I mentioned in a video, I don't know, a few weeks ago or so, that just like I've been losing subscribers, and apparently it's like a very common thing right now, is like people getting unsubscribed from channels. And so just a reminder to double check to make sure that you're still subscribed and you have your notification bell on, so that you will be notified when I post a video. I am so excited to have these back windows in. I wish I had done a better job, but I am only just a girl. I wish I would have had them professionally installed. This is no joke. I'm just so tired of building at this point. I'm just like, I wish I would have had somebody else do that for me, because I'm over it. It's so hard. And by the time I was on the second window, I was like just so frustrated and over it. Do you know when you like, you're working too hard and you're getting frustrated and then you start making mistakes? That to me is like, take a step back, take a break, and figure it out, because if you keep going, you are going to ruin something or break something. Just chill out, take a break, and rest. That's my philosophy. Although I did not take a break because I couldn't. I had to get these windows installed today and be done because that's 2 giant holes in my van. And for a second, I had the smallest heart attack when that first window like wasn't fitting in the hole, and I was like, what's happening? But we figured it out, so I'm grateful for that. I have that urethane stuff all over my hands. It's on my other hand too. I just kept touching it and I was already frustrated, and this stuff is so hard to get off. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're just installing some windows. Hopefully I get my parts for my heater this week so I can fix that. And then once that's done, the van's ready to be moved into. I'm slowly moving into it. I'm also packing right now for my trip this weekend. I'm just grateful it's done. And I'm grateful that you're here and that you're watching and you're enjoying. I can't wait to get on the road and share those adventures with you also. And I'm just so grateful that you're here. So thank you so much for watching, for being here. Halo wants to say hi. Actually, she wants pets, but she's so aggressive when you pet her. She like gets crazy and starts like scratching you. I don't know. She's a little. I just let her pet herself. Like, she likes to rub on you and stuff, but if you pet her, she just has no control. Her skin feels a little dry. Maybe she needs to go to the vet. I don't know. I want to leave you on a special note. In my last video, I talked about how I'm just really happy right now. And I try and find happiness in every single day, and someone told me that that's not realistic because we have sad days, and of course we have sad days. But even on your saddest day, you can still look around and find something to be happy and grateful for. And that's what I try and do. Of course, no one's happy all the time. The past few days I've actually been really quite emotional, and I've been feeling a lot of like holding a lot of sadness in my heart, but it's not like an all-consuming like focal point of my day or my life. Like, you know, we have emotions, we are emotional. But those are the great opportunities that we have to shift our mindset to be like, okay, I'm sad, but what do I have? Like, what's something that I am happy about or grateful for? And you can find little things in everyday life. Like my coffee was good this morning. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but when you focus on like being positive and finding the positive in your everyday life, even if like most of the time you're not happy, you can still change your mindset and shift that yourself. And you are in charge of your life. You can create your own happiness. Like, that's what I was trying to say. And for those of you who got that, good for you. I hope that that helped clear up anyone who was like confused about that. I encourage you to do that. And so I would like for anyone that's still watching this video right now, comment down below one thing that made you happy today or made you smile. And like I said, it could be the most simplest thing, like the flowers bloomed, or, you know, you had the best coffee today, or you snuggled your cat. I don't know. Just what's something that moved you or made you smile? Comment that down below. I love reading positive comments. I tend to, when I go through my comments, as soon as I hit a negative comment, if it shifts my mindset at all, I will get off the app. I won't do comments anymore until I feel up for it, because when I start to see those negative comments, unless I like respond to it, it won't go away and it keeps popping up. So I just don't look at them. And then I just don't go back to do comments for that video. And then I just start again on the next video. So sometimes if I don't respond to you, I apologize. It's for my own mental health. But I'm hoping that this video brings a lot of things to smile about in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. On the ice inside my legs. You know, good flashes running through me. Oh, yay. Okay, that's all the pictures.